Before printing a worksheet, we must make sure that it looks correct in printed form. To achieve this, we need to know how to set up our pages. Our screen is currently displaying the 2019 sales for some companies. Let's navigate to the print preview.
To see the print preview, we go to the File tab and click on Print. On the right of our screen, we see the preview. At the bottom left of the preview, we can see the number of pages that will be printed.
We notice that 2 pages are required to print the data. This is because the page orientation is vertical, portrait, and not horizontal, landscape. Therefore, the bottom part of the page is empty. So, if we change the page orientation from portrait to landscape, we will need only 1 page to print all data, and not 2. Now, let's go back to normal view. From the Page Layout tab, we locate the Page Setup group and click this icon here to open the dialog box for this specific group. It pops up a new window from where we can select the landscape orientation, and then we go back to Print Preview to see the result. As we can see, all data have now been displayed in 1 page, and the page orientation is horizontal instead of vertical.
We can change the page orientation from inside the print preview window if we want by clicking here, Portrait Orientation, and then back to Landscape Orientation. We can also change the orientation from the ribbon. We go back, select the Page Layout tab, if it is not already selected, and from this selection button, we select the orientation we want, portrait or landscape.
Now let's go to the next sheet. This data corresponds to amounts paid for energy, telephone, and water supplies. If we navigate to the print preview, we'll be able to see that our data actually cover a very small part of the page. So, if we want to, we can zoom in the data before we print them. Let's see how. From the Page Layout tab, we locate the Page Setup group and click this button here to open the dialog box of this specific group. Then we change the scale percentage from 100% to 200% for example. If we go to the print preview, we can see that our data have now covered a larger part of the page. That's because we've changed the scale.
We can change the setting if we want to from both the print preview and the ribbon. In the print preview, we click on the last group of options that now writes custom scale because we have applied a custom scale of 200%. There we have several options that we will see later. However, if we click on the last one, this one here, the same window that we opened before will open and we will be able to change the scale to any number we want. For example, 250. There is also a scale field on the ribbon. In the Page Layout tab and the Scale to Fit group of commands, there is this field here, which is called Scale. By changing it, we change the scale on our sheet. We set it back to 200.
Let's go to the next sheet. Once more, our screen is displaying 2019 and 2020 sales for various companies. If we click the print preview, we'll be able to see that this data will be printed on 9 pages. We can set Excel to print all this data on 1 page only. It goes without saying that in this case, data will be scaled down. Let's see how. From the Page Layout tab, we locate the Page Setup group and click this button here to open the dialog box window for this group. The next thing we do is select Fit Adjust to 1 page wide and 1 page tall. If we click the print preview again, we can see that all data will be printed on 1 page only.
Again, we can also change this setting in the print preview. In the same group of options as before, we have the option to fit a sheet on one page, which is exactly what we did from the page configuration window. This is why this option is already selected. We have two additional options here. Fit all columns on one page and fit all the rows in one page. We choose this one. As you can see, all rows are now fitted in one page. If we go back to the ribbon, in the Page Layout tab and in the Scale to Fit group of options, we can see two option boxes here. One adjusts the print width of our sheet and the other its height. Because we chose all the lines to fit on one page, the height of our sheet is one page and its width is automatically calculated. Let's reverse these choices. Adjust the width to one page and the height to automatic. If we go back to the print preview, we will see that now the option to fit all columns on one page is selected, which means that our sheet has now a width of one page and the height is calculated automatic. This is why we have two pages now of data.
From the print preview, we can also adjust the paper size as well as open the page setup window from the corresponding link. In this window, we can adjust the paper size as well as the print quality.
The paper size can also be changed from the ribbon. We go back to our main view, to the Page Layout tab. We can see an icon that says Size. If we click on it, we select the size we want.
But that's enough for now. We've learned how to configure our page size, orientation and scale.